I want to talk about payment plans which are being offered by most of the developers in Dubai. When I get most of you inquiring and wanting to find out more about terms of properties which are available here, what are some of the best units to go for, you immediately start to jump into luxurious properties, what you can get best for your money, etc., etc. But what most of you are neglecting here is that these are off-plan developments. There's 3 years, 4 years under development, and they'll be handed over to you guys within 3 to 4 years' time. What that basically means is that the developer is going to ask you to commit your money for that construction cycle, 3 to 4 years. So in effect, you have to take out a developer payment plan. Different developers have different payment plans. When it comes to Damac, it's usually 80-20, 75-25. So 75% during construction, 25% on handover. Sobha, 60-40, 60% during construction, 40% on handover. Emaar, 80-20, 80% during construction, 20% on handover. These are some of the flavors of the market. What that basically means is that if you're buying a property which is 2 million dirhams, you need to understand that if it's a Sobha payment plan that you're taking out direct with the developer and it's interest-free, you are in effect having to pay out 24% at the beginning. So 24% of 2 million, whatever that is, let's say 500,000 dirhams, put that aside. Every 12 months, you have to fork out 10%. So you need to calculate your budget, your expenditure for that year. How much money are you saving? What's your expenditure? Cars, mortgage for your current house, your weekly expenditure, your kids, schooling, medical fees, everything. So you need to make an appropriate forecast when you're doing this sort of stuff. For Sobha, as an example, let's say it's 200,000 dirhams per year is what you're having to pay here. So around about 50,000 pounds, 65,000 US dollars is what you're having to pay per year. So if you can take out that $65,000 per year, then you're good to go. So pay that off every, for the next 4 years. Year one, $65,000. Year two, $65,000. Year three, $65,000. Year four, $65,000. At that point, there's a post-handover. So at the handover, I believe it's 40%. You can get financing for that if you're international. If you'd like to pay as one lump sum, you can pay off as one lump sum as well. I believe it's 500,000 dirhams at the end. So that's Sobha. Damac, exactly the same. You've got 24% at the beginning that you put down, which is roughly the 400,000 or 500,000 dirhams, and then it's 1% every month. So if it's 2 million, I think it works out around about $3,000 per month, roughly, as a rough estimate. And then every 6 months, there's a bullet payment of 13 to 14,000 US dollars. And this is a cycle that repeats in year one, year two, year three, and year four. So again, you need to calculate, can you afford these monthly payments as they're going out for the next 3 to 4 years? This is why it's so important that before you start selecting properties, viewing properties, you have an understanding, realistically, how much can you afford per year? If you can't do it per year, look at it per month. If you know that you can afford at least 3,000 to 4,000 US dollars per year, per month, times that by 12, we know it's around about 36,000 US dollars. It might be better for you to look at Damac properties in that case. And don't forget, there's a bullet payment that's happening on the 6th month. So you need to also factor that in as well. If it's Sobha, you know it's 200,000 dirhams, that's 65,000 US dollars I was saying. If you can factor that in on a yearly basis, good, well and good, you can go for properties like that. Before jumping into what property that you like, it is highly advantageous and beneficial that you check out the payment plans first. If you know your budget is 2 million, I'm giving you the figures right now. Look at the payment plans and see if you can afford it. If it's 2.5, it's 3 million, look at the payment plan and then decide first. And then pick properties accordingly to the payment plan within your area. What's happening right now is that you guys are looking at the properties first, and then you're getting disappointed when you look at the payment plans that you can't afford the payment plan. The negative here is that you're wasting your time at the very beginning. What you should actually be looking at is that look at the payment plan first at your amount is that you're going to go for 2 million, 3 million. I can give you that plan very easily based on the different developers, and then we go forward from there. But don't forget, many people cannot afford the bullet payments, which are happening every 6 months. It can be very difficult for many of you, which I completely respect. That's why it's very important to have an open and honest discussion with me or one of my team members so you understand what you can actually get your hands on. Same with Bengati, which I forgot to mention. Slightly more aggressive payment plans there, but it's the same situation. Yes, there's fantastic projects which are happening across Dubai. Yes, there's some I've mentioned on the channel over and over again, but the payment plans are either going to be your vehicle for success or it's going to be your vehicle that's going to stop. That's why it's highly advisable. Always have a discussion about the payment plans first if you're struggling with budgets, to see what you can actually put down and what you can actually get, which is good and affordable for your amount. Now look guys, there are other developers on the market here. Samana, Imtiaz, Danube, Azizi, you know, some of them I don't mention on this channel for obvious reasons, okay? They also have good payment plans. Very flexible payment plans. Some of you might like, so if you're interested in that, you can always drop me a message and we can always have a discussion on what they are. Tier 2, Tier 3, as I always say on my channel. This is always the balance, the weighing scale that you always have to do. If you're happy to do that, go ahead. At the end of the day, investing in Dubai is a fantastic opportunity for everyone. As far as I see, the market will not be slowing down. There's no stopping this. I believe last year we were talking about almost 600 billion dirhams worth of sales across 190,000 transactions. That was just last year alone in the Dubai real estate market. The year before, I was around about 460 billion dirhams. I don't see this slowing down. I think it's going to keep going up and up and up. And the year's not done. Reports that there was a 0.5% of the market was down in Q1. Don't bother too much about it. Dubai will easily make up for this in Q2, Q3, and Q4. And as you know, guys, the big projects always come in Q2, Q3, and Q4. Okay, so Dubai still has the whole year to go ahead. So don't be looking at reports which is there's a market crash happening. There is no market crash happening right now. In fact, we still got the whole year. It's going to be a fantastic year of investments to be made. The question is, do you want to be a part of it or not? If you want to contact me, my WhatsApp link is in the description below. Click on it, let's have a discussion. Like the video, share the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon so you're notified of my videos I'm publishing on a daily and weekly basis. And as always, thank you so much for watching.